Hi, I'm Vanessa Neal, and this evening we're at Mainline Theatre for Table d'Hôte Theatre's latest production, Dark Owl. It's a play written by the Acadian author Laval Gloupil and directed by Jessica Abdallah.
J'en ai une meilleure. OK, on va chanter Please Release Me.
Oh oui!
Ah, come on!
Ah oui, Nicolas, chante avec les autres!
OK. A one, a two, a one, two, three, four.
Please release me, let me go, for I just don't love you anymore. To waste our lives would be a sin. Release me, let me love again.
Hi, I'm here with Jessica Abdallah, and she's the director of the play Dark Owl by Table d'Hôte Productions. And we were here and we were watching some snippets of the play. It's a play about an Acadian family, indeed, right? And there's an interesting use of language within this play known as shiak. And so I'm curious to know, what were the challenges for you with regard to working with that?
The first challenge was taking the original Acadian script, which is primarily in French, with the translation, which was an English Acadian translation, and finding a way to let the two languages live together, sort of harmoniously, but staying true to the roots of the story. So that was our first challenge. And then once we got into the space, was getting it's in Montreal, we do switch from English to French. A lot of being bilingual, you do switch, but getting that feel of the rhythm of switching, but keeping it harmonious, even in the dialogue. And that idea of the Acadian accent and the Acadian musicality was one of the ways that we did that, is trying to find this Acadian dialect and uniting the English and French through that.
Lovely, yeah, and you're working with actually a very large group of actors on stage. So working out the dynamics of that and sort of the roles and finding sort of each sort of personality and character on stage, how was that process for you?
It was great. The play, because it's about a family, the first thing we did was trying to get this dynamic of the kids, the four kids. They're not kids, they're 19 to 24, and getting that dynamic, but this family's been stunted, so finding the dynamic of a normal family and then finding how they're stunted and how they've been stopped. As the dad said, they're dead wood. They haven't grown since this incident happened. And then this sense of then finding this isolation that they've put amongst themselves. The father spends the entire time in a shack. So find this family dynamic and then being like, okay, now we're going to take him away, and what's it like when your father just doesn't engage with you anymore?
Actually, in regards to the set, as you can see around us, we're sitting on top of a bunch of doors. And the costumes as well are a beautiful work. The name of your set designer is?
Jennifer Goodman. She worked with Table d'Hôte before a few years ago and won a Mecca for her set design. So when I wanted to do this one, we couldn't have a house in here in Mainline. It's too small for that. So wanted to work with somebody who could take the feel of the family, make it abstracted, and something that it's almost like a sense of danger. It's very safe, but it adds this sense of a family who's not stable. And so I had to work with Jen.
And is this your first production with Table d'Hôte Theatre?
First time directing, yes, but I've acted previously with Table d'Hôte, and I've worked with them before, basically anything they asked me to do.
This is interesting because this is a Canadian premiere of this play, right? And Table d'Hôte only presents Canadian works. So this must be interesting for you in regards to the type of play that you're working with, right?
Yeah, I love the fact that they only do Canadian work, because I feel that we, as Canadian people, need to keep pushing our own work, where we're so inundated by American, and so this idea of keeping it Canadian. But and with this play, keeping it something that I hope Montreal audiences can relate to, because of the idea of the two languages, is something that's very much a part of our lives. And I spent 2 years doing my master's in Edmonton and realizing how much I missed having French a part of my life. So that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to blend the languages, is this is part of our reality. And although it is Acadian, it's not Quebec French, it's still part of our reality, something that we can understand.
You think they're crazy for all that? Victorine, tu te trompes, c'est un chieux de temps. Non, non. Ils sont pas fous, tu viendras pas m'en faire croire. Backwards, maybe. Crazy, non. Non, pas une sacrée miette. La preuve, ils sont bêtes trop folles pour ça. Non, c'est pas de la folie. Puis c'est pas de la mauvaiseté non plus. Parce qu'au fin fond d'eux autres mêmes, là, ils sont pas si tendres avec ça. Moi, je vous dirais qu'ils sont de manière de c'est quoi là, le mot qui fitterait juste tout ça, là? C'est comme s'ils s'arrivaient du deadwood. That's exactly what they are. Deadwood. Ils grouillont plus. Ils backont pas, mais ils avanceront pas non plus. Ils sont arrêtés.
So Dark Owl is playing at Mainline Theatre, 3997 Saint Laurent, and it runs the 16th of November to the 28th. We have shows Tuesday through Saturday night at 8 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m.